I know David is more of an expert on FANG than I am, but I've seen Shen do really well against a lot of Ryu players with this character.
I think it's not a bad pick against the Shotos. His control is in the right side kind of zone to be able to handle it, but it is always a tenuous kind of control for FANG, and I think that's the hard part. His advantages are so marginal in all the situations that I think he's not able to play from the ranges that he'd really like to. But against the Shotos, you definitely have a fighting chance. You just have to be more active than I think a lot of FANG players would maybe like to.
Right.
And that's the challenge.
Oh, had a huge opportunity for some big damage, but just a throw.
And big damage from FANG, of course, being generally 20, 25%. Yeah, right.
Relative, yeah,
yes,
exactly.
Yeah. But it is actually critical that he lands that because his opportunities are relatively rare.
Oh, there you go.
And he's got him in the poison zone. Hanging very tough here, and Daigo again, not really, okay, here we go. There it is.
Same mix-up we've seen from him, and it's going to pay off again. Just that cross-up. See, the interesting thing about it is when you do that hurricane like that, it's not even, it's the delay that you're reacting to. It's just that time where nothing's happening, and you're like, oh, I gotta hit a button.
Yes, you feel like you can hit a button, or you feel like you can backdash to get out of there because you're uncomfortable with the silence.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's what Daigo is preying on. And then when you get hit by it, it makes you feel bad because it makes you feel like you got really ready. I love that counter from Daigo. He's smelling the side switch from FANG, got into the air, and crossed him up. Again, was expecting a block, so he got thrown.
You know what? I think Daigo recognizes that FANG's strength is getting close and doing the left-right mix-ups because he has just been going crazy with his V reversals. And you know,
doesn't want to put up with it, yeah.
There are a lot of matchups where I feel like V reversal is way more valuable than the V triggers.
Wow, he just did the short dash in and the YOLO super lands against Daigo, keeps him in this match, and he's got the more throw techs. I like this. Peter Sub putting it on the line, and Daigo shutting that down. But I like the guts, I like the swinging, I like recognizing, as I say, he's small stack at the table, right? He's got to put it all down now. He's got to go in, not able to go quite the distance.
All right, well, Daigo Umehara looking pretty strong right now.
In a surprise to few, yes. Looking for that standing fierce, and again, Daigo not really giving him the space. Okay, finally gets the poison there going, and you really, it's easy to overlook the role of the poison, but that, in watching old FANG matches, like that is often the difference. It's not dramatic, so you don't really notice it, but you have to keep that poison live as much as you can. It is real damage, it does add up.
And it keeps the gray light from healing.
That's right.
And so every time you make them block, that's damage that you can take off later on.
Oh, nice counter to the V reversal. Peter with a call out of his own and saved by one of the fireballs.
Oh, drop that
but
combo.
A drop, and it's punishable, but just a V reversal. Crush counter.
Oh, he's going to go for it. He's just going to use the meter.
Not quite enough here.
Yeah, FANG Super doesn't really do a lot of damage, and now he's in a bad situation. Because if Daigo can just get a few more...
Oh, he got him low! And the V trigger confirm into Super. Peter knows he let one slip through his hands.
Yeah,
but that ability is what makes the beast the beast.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that also means that Supreme is going to lose all that super meter because he went for the flap like a bird, and
you bet it
didn't pay off.
Nice way to handle the fireballs, but yeah, I think what you were saying before about FANG's and Poison's ability to sort of stop the gray light from healing, but he also needs to be generating those gray light hits, which is why we've seen the most successful FANGs like Sonic Fox and Xian would be the other one. Yes, of course. It's really about like staying constantly in their face. You'd like to just sort of hang back ideally, but you can't do that. You need to keep generating that chip on top of the poison and letting it all work to your advantage.
And again, just using those V reversals to try to stop the offense from Supreme. Oh,
this has been really clean stuff from Peter here. He's got some really nice sequences going on, and Daigo has been basically all V reverses for quite a while. Questionable jump there from Peter, countered by Daigo's uppercut.
All right, well, he's kind of out of the corner thanks to Daigo's crossover.
Oh, no, it hurts. It hurts, and Daigo's stealing another one back after a good run from Peter. I like the way he plays, but that's another genuine danger for FANG as a character.